great day. It just occurred to me that February is barreling towards us like a runaway freight train. So I've got my winter creative daily journal, and in this one I only bound January because I needed to get started in it, and I really wasn't feeling February-ish yet. So now what I need to do is go back in, and I've got this yummy soft spine, and I need to bind in February. And I think it's about time that we did that. So I've got my journal, obviously. All this stuff in the back. Here, let me clip this up and I'll show you. So I've got some things that are not done yet, but they're on the right pages. So I'm just going to clip all those pages together. There, you can see that. This is one of those awesome giant clips from the Dollar Tree. Love them. And this is the back of the journal. The journal itself is made from a composition book. This is the polyvinyl cover, and I just covered it with some tissue paper and then made a soft spine. And there is a video for that. I will link it down below in case you're interested. So that's where we're going. We've got this. This is my pencil board that I use when I'm journaling. It's a divider from an old Happy Planner. It's kind of beat up and covered in paint by this, but you know, it works. And then all these things that I had stuck in the back are little pieces that are mostly from the Facebook group. These are mostly Friday freebies. Got the dates. The dates I think might be from the January journal kit itself, which is available in my Etsy shop, also linked down below. This was a Friday freebie just this week. I think this was a freebie. And I got days of the week. I got it all. Got some strips of paper from when I made the first signature. And then just other little bits and pieces for January. I did go ahead and cut out the February journal stickers as well. Those are available in my Etsy shop. So I had the Cricut up and running, so I figured I'd go ahead and do that. So we've got days and dates and just some decor. And this was a magazine article that I found that I want to use in the February section, so I just clipped those together. So the other thing I need to do is, these are driving me crazy, it just floating around in the back. I want to make a pocket back here to hold all my little bits. But first, let's get the journal put together. Get those out of my way. Don't need my pencil board at the moment either. So I have pulled out, this is my Creepy Valentine digital, also available in the Facebook group. And I will link the group up there in case you're not a member yet. Come on and join us. It's fun. You get cool free stuff. This is only available on the Facebook group. It's not available for sale. But if you come over to join us, just make sure you answer the 3 questions that Facebook will ask you. They're really easy, and it's just so that I know that you're a person and not a bot. So that would be awesome. Love to see you. I also have some of the original grid composition pages from the notebook. I love a grid. And then I also have a pack of dyed red paper from my friend Amy at Hags Hollow, Darkwood Sanctuary. I will link Amy down below as well. If you need any dyed paper, Amy's your gal. She does a great job. She uses really sticky bags. Really sticky. You didn't know you came here to watch me fight with plastic, did you? So I think I'm going to do 3 grid pages. In my journal, I just use 1 side per day. So I'm going to need 31 sides. No, not for February. 29 sides. Something like that. So that would be 8 pieces of paper because each piece of paper has 4 days worth of writing surface. So this side, this side, this side, and this side. So I need 8 pages. This is 3. Now let's decide which digital pages that we're going to use. I just love these little characters. Judy at Locker 61 made those for us. I think I want to use that one. Judy will be linked down below as well. Those are tags and some more tags. So that'll be good. We'll have those to use. My hands are so cold, you guys. It's so cold out. I know the whole country's having it, and we should be expecting it here in Maine, but colder than usual even. This is a coin envelope that was part of this kit. I printed that out to use. Here's another page from the kit. I like that one too. Oh, this is going to be hard to decide. I like having some digital pages and some plain grid pages in the journal kind of interspersed, because I like to have the whole white blank space to go crazy decorating, but some days it's nice to be able to just catch up with a quick little smaller and more decorative page. I think I want to use this one. Okay, so I'll set the other ones aside to use during the month. And, oh look, I closed it. That wasn't very smart. So that is 6 pages that we've chosen. So we'll use 2 of these beautiful red pages. When better than Valentine's Day. Okay, so now we will fold them all up. So how's everybody doing? If you're new here, welcome. So happy to see you. We've been having some new friends join us, which is delightful. I will try to explain everything as clearly as I can, because I know some of our new friends have not made journals before. And it's always helpful when you're first starting out, at least it was for me, to have things spelled out pretty clearly. So I'm just folding, these are 8.5 by 11, and I'm just folding them in half using my bone folder to get a good crease. If you don't have a bone folder, you could certainly use an old hotel key, key card key, there we go. Or an old credit card, gift card, something like that. Or even just the end of your scissors and give it a rub. So we'll get these guys folded, and I'm just going to mix them up randomly. And because February is such a short month, we will have extra pages, but that is okay. Allison at AJ's Inspired Life is a genius, and I will link her down below. But what she does at the end of the month, if there are pages left that aren't journaled on, instead of leaving them blank, she actually will go in, and if it's bound like this, she'll cut this part of the page off, but leave enough paper so that it doesn't affect the integrity of this page. Like this page won't pull out. So I think that's really smart. Maybe we'll try that. Okay, so let's start out with one of the creepy Valentines, because they're cute. Actually, that might be a good page to start with, right? So we could do that. And then we could do one of these. Maybe stagger them a little. I couldn't find the template that I made when I made the journal. That was kind of a bummer, but I finally dug it out of the trash. Don't know why it was still there, but it was. So that was good. Okay, we'll put this one. I love these diamonds. That was one of my favorite backgrounds that I made. We'll switch it up this time and put this one first. This has, you can see the little dots from when she dyed it. Love it. Okay, we'll put that one in. And I'm just staggering the heights a little bit for absolutely no reason other than I can. And then we'll go here. Oops. What happened? We miscounted somewhere. I've actually got 2 pieces of grid paper together as one page, because I'll go back and glue them as I go. So there's one. There's 2. Okay. Just debating, do I want this in the center, or do I want the graph paper to be the center? Maybe I'll do the graph paper as the center. What the heck? That'll be fun. Okay, so now I'm going to take all my pages. I'm not going to tap them down this way because I don't want these to all go to the bottom. I want them kind of spaced out. I'm going to take my ruler and just go in there and make sure those are good and pressed together as well as I can. And then let's take some clips. And I'll clip it there, and I'll clip it down at the bottom, and maybe a couple more for good measure. Just trying to grab all those pages. Okay, so we've got it all clipped together, and making sure that this is the top. We know which one is the top because our template will also have a T at the top from when we made it. You should always mark your template so you know which is the top. And we'll just pop that in there. Grab our pokey tool. Oh, I almost forgot my little pokey mat. And we'll just get our holes going. This is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Sometimes I do 3-hole, sometimes I do 5-hole. It just depends on how I feel. Okay. Those look good. What I am going to do is, I didn't bring my erasable pen over. I'm just going to take this pink highlighter because the composition book already had perforations from when it was sewn into the cover. And just to make it a little easier, I'm going to mark our new holes so that I know which one to sew through. And it just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, that's 5. And we've got it all there. Good, so we're good to go. And if that shows and it bugs me, I'll just cover it with a strip of washi tape. Were I making this for someone else, I would go and find my erasable pen. But I'm lazy, so I'm not. Okay, now we have our journal. We've got our holes poked in the binding. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a regular 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So let's see how that goes. I did us all the favor of cutting my binding thread and threading it so you guys didn't have to watch. This is Line Co. brand waxed linen. This particular brand is great. I love it, and I will link it down below. However, this batch of it was not very waxy. It was kind of dry and crispy, which did not impress me, but I guess we're all allowed to have an off day. So I pulled out my much loved beeswax. Get these in the sewing department, like at Hobby Lobby or Joann. And I waxed it up to hopefully get it to be a little more waxed. Here's hoping. Okay, and I want, did I start on the outside? Nope, I think I started on the inside, so we'll do that again. Okay, so I'm just going to go through this inside hole and then find that hole in our spine. Hard to do on camera. It's not really hard to do at all, but under the camera it always, gets a little more difficult. So I'm going to pull that through. And if you're worried about your tail coming through, you can just put a little piece of washi tape on it, or even one of these clips. But I'm not going to because I don't like to. This weighs down the thread, and I get tangled in it. So I'm just going to hope that I don't pull the thread through the tail through. Okay, now we're going to go up to the next hole. It's really hard to see on this fabric. There we go. Making sure I stay in my lane. That second row of holes. This is more difficult to do because there are pages that are finished in there. But that was my choice because, well, I was running late for January. So here's my needle. Oh no! Big talk about not pulling that through, right? And then we're going to go up and go through that next hole in the signature. Sometimes it helps to have some flat nose pliers to help you pull. I also have inferior hand strength, so There you go. Maybe you have much tougher hands than I do. Okay, we'll pull that snug. Then I'm going to go up to our top hole. Well, wasn't that it? I thought that was it. I marked it. I said it was it. There we go. Pull that snug again. Now we're back on the outside, so I am tightening that up. Not too much, you don't want to tear your paper, but enough so you've got a nice snug fit. So I'm just giving you a little pull. I'm going to go down to the next hole. I can't really hold it so you guys can see it. I'm going back down to the next hole and then back through the signature. Trying not to split the threads. That's kind of important because if you go through the thread that you've already put through, it makes it really hard to tighten stuff up. And then once again, I'll pull that through with my pliers. Check that it's sitting pretty snug. Okay, then we're going to skip this hole and we're going to go all the way down to this hole. We'll go through there and then go through our spine. Once again, pulling that snug. And then we'll go from the hole we just came out of down to that very bottom hole. Still making sure we're in the right row. Take a look on the outside. Yep, it's looking nice and taut. A little crooked, but that's okay. It's for me. There are hazards involved with only binding in one signature, starting it and then binding in more. But as I said, it's for me, so it's fine. So now I'm going from that bottom hole up one hole. And grabbing the needle again. Being careful not to split that seam or the thread. Then I'm going to go from that hole up to our middle hole again. You can see where I kind of got off course there, but it's fine. It is fine. We're going to go through that middle hole, not piercing the thread. And then go back up through that signature. go. Looks like I didn't pierce the thread. Now we'll bring this up. And you want to make sure that you have one of these tails on either side of that thread, that center thread. So we'll go ahead and bring it under like that. Give it another snug. Feels pretty firm there. Turn it over and have a look-see over here on the back. Yep, looks good on the back. So now we can tie it off. The first thing I do generally is I will take my needle off and put it back in the little piece of felt that it lives in, because if I don't, sure as shooting, I will put it on my desk and it will disappear forever until I find it in my foot. True story. Okay. So now I will tie one knot, and I will tie another knot, and one more just for fun. And I am going to put some washi tape down that center because the way the highlighter looks is driving me insane. Okay, what'd you guys do with my scissors? Huh. Oh, you put them back where they go. How good of you. It's a miracle. So we'll just cut that tail off, set that aside, and then we will see if our book is sitting better. Oh, it is sitting better. That makes me happy. When I first made it, because I didn't have all the signatures in, it was super floppy. And it's still kind of floppy, but having that other signature in there is helping already. Got to get this guy trained to be acting right. Give it a little fold. It's so exciting. Every time I bind in a signature, I get a thrill. Never gets old. It's like, look at that. So I'll just go ahead and give this some fold. Reinforce that. It will just start laying flat as you use it, but it never hurts to give it some encouragement. And then we've got this one. And finally, one more. Right here. And since we're here, why don't we put that washi tape down? I've got my little box, all my little Valentine goodies in this very fancy ramen noodle box. Oh, I had these. We could have put one of those in. But I have all kinds of fun bits in here, including washi tape somewhere. Oh, remember these, you guys? Fresh Cuts, Rebecca Sour. This was from a long time ago. Like back in my scrapbooking days. Super cute. Alright, that's not the point. I got off track. I've got some rubber stamps. I've got some 6x6 pads. Here we go. We've got washi tape. Look at that. I kind of dig the hot pink glitter, but it may not do well in that center seam, so I think I'll go ahead and use this one. Although this also has glitter all over it from that glittery washi tape. So we'll get this started. Whoa. It just ripped. Don't be that way. All right. It feels pretty sticky, but you know I have trust issues. So I'm going to go ahead, excuse me for reaching. I'm going to go ahead and give it some glue stick to help it act right. It didn't curl up until I curled it up. Wow, Brooke, get yourself together, girl. All right. So we will just start this up at the top. And run it straight down. There. No more highlighter. Delightful. That was easy. Okay. Smooth that down. Get that out of the way. Put the lid on. So there we go, you guys. I've got February put in my winter junk journal. That's exciting. It's my creative daily journal, whatever you want to call it. So that's super exciting. I will make sure to link all the things I talked about down below and all the people. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, you just go right ahead and leave them down in the comments. And I appreciate you. If you enjoyed what you saw, would you leave a like and maybe think about subscribing? Because that would be amazing. Okay, you guys, I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.